Hi, I'm Captain Monte with Texas Fishing Tips, and this is your weekly fishing report.
We've been working out here in front of Harbor Island, still on these docks. Still bull reds out here. We've been catching them in that 25 to 30 foot of water. Cut manhaden, cut ladyfish, or cut mullet's been the ticket. Been using a 3-ounce weight with the number 5 Kell hook and dropping it straight down. There's a lot of structure out here in front, and if you got your fish finder, you can see that structure and just kind of bounce it to the bottom and then bring it up a few cranks. That way you don't get hung up. But been some good bull reds with some slot reds through here. Up on the bulkhead up against these rocks here, live shrimp, free lining with just like an 1/8 weight and a number 2 Kell hook. Been catching slot reds. We've been catching sheephead. We've been catching mangrove snappers all through there. So there's still good fish all out here in the front. And if you come on the backside on Fina Docks here up against these edges, same deal. There have been good fish right through here, even with some speckled trout. So I get done with there. And really, I like a slow incoming or a slow outgoing tide. Not ripping out too hard. Been coming out here to the end of the jetties, the south side and the north side. On the outside of these rocks, using the number 3 3-ounce weight with the number 5 Kell hook. Same deal as what we've been doing out in Harbor Island. We've been dropping cut mullet, cut manhaden, or cut ladyfish right down on the bottom. If the tide is going in, then we've been kind of letting them lines drift in. If it's going out, well, then we'll let them drift back. And as long as you can touch that bottom, then you're going to wind up getting bit. There have been slot reds out here. There's been oversized reds. There's been black drum. There have been some juvenile red snapper. There have been triggerfish. There have been mangrove snappers out here. So little bit of everything out here by the jetties. Just be careful and, be courteous. There's a lot of boats out there working the same area, so just be courteous with each other. If you come back inside and work these rock piles, there have been some grouper laying up against these rock piles. The gag grouper's got to be 24 inches, but there's been good fish through here on these rock piles. And even on the backside of those rocks, early in the morning, been catching speckled trout, been catching sheephead back here on the backside. So there's a lot of good fish still around Port Aransas coming in and going out. Over here at the shipwreck, down here at the Lillian in front of the lighthouse, we've been catching mangrove snappers, been catching sheephead through here. There have been slot reds, there have been bull reds, just depending on how that tide's been moving. This week the water's been up. By Thanksgiving, from what I could gather, the water is going to go out. So if you want to go into shallower waters, coming up into Big Slough or the lighthouse, and go back as far as you can, there's been slot reds, there's been bull reds, there's been black drum through here. So all these little cuts, if you go back in and work the oyster beds and the mangroves as far back as you can, been catching pretty good fish on an incoming or outgoing tide. First thing in the morning, we've been coming back here to the Y channel, all the way back here in the back, especially with that water up like it is, and working these backs, especially in those shallow water boats. Cut mullet, live mullet has been the ticket. Been some good reds through here. As sun comes up, we've been working inside the channel, looking for them black drum. Just a lead head and some dead shrimp. Have been black drum all the way from the front to the back. If you can get up high and be able to see them or see that dirty water, then your success rate goes up. If I don't find them in there, I come in down here to sailboat, and I'll just go real slow with my trolling motor and start looking for them. And once I find them, I try not to spook them. Dead shrimp just with the lead head. Here on the corner, there have been pretty good drum here on the corner, and all the way to the back, all the way back here to the back wellhead back here in the back. There's been redfish back here in the back. There's been black drum back here in the back. Like I said, that water's been up, but if you can get back there in that skinnier water, there's been fish there. If you come into Brown Root Flats, those of you with those skinnier water boats, especially with that tide being up, then black drum and redfish have been holding in these deeper pockets. So if you just work and get up in these deeper pockets with your favorite bait, you should be able to get you some fish. We've also been running over here to Flato. Depending where that tide's at, if it's been going out later part of the day, I've been coming over here to Flato with live mullet or live shrimp. There have been redfish in here. There have been black drum, and all these little coves that come off of the main channel back here in this shallower water. I've just been targeting these little coves back here. Been good numbers of redfish, and there have been flounder back here, also mixed in with some black drum. So this area is working real well right now, just depending where that water's at. If you can work this back flat up here on this bar, there's been good redfish through here on cut mullet or live mullet, all the way back towards the cabin. So all of this area has been really holding good fish. As I've said before, on them calm mornings, I've been running out here to these gas wells out here in Corpus Bay. These gas wells hold a lot of different species. We're talking speckled trout, redfish, black drum. When the sheephead really start moving here next month, there's going to be sheephead out here. So a little bit of everything out here. Also mangrove snappers right up against the wellhead. So there's been a lot of good fish out here. When I come out here, I'm using nothing but live shrimp, just free lining, and going around that well with my fish finder and trolling motor. Once I find the bulk of the fish, then I'll just start working at until they quit biting or I need to move. So work it slow. Pick a good calm day if you're not experienced out here with these wells. But there are a lot of good fish always out here hanging around these wellheads.
Thanks for watching. I'm Captain Monte Graham.